What is up, Cancer? How are you guys doing? Guess what time it is? It's time for your mid-month messages for June 2024. So for those of you new to my channel or new to my style, when I do mid-month readings, what I'm actually looking for is I'm checking to see if there has been a change of timelines. That's the whole point of the advice that I give in my readings. If you take the advice and you apply it to your situation, that could potentially change your timeline. That's the whole point of it. So that's the intention I'm putting into this here today. So for those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, check down in the description of this video and there is a link that'll take you straight to that page on my website. And for those of you who missed the memo, as long as you're catching this video on time, tomorrow, June 12th, at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're going to be doing another round of the $22.22 live mini readings. So if you click that link down in the description, it'll take you to that page on my website and open up personal readings, and all the information on how to go about participating in that is down there on my website, okay? All right, let's jump on into this. I'm starting this off with your love interest. Person Cancer is interested in. Let's see if timelines have changed. If they change, do they change for the better or for the worse? Whoa, oh, Knight of Wands reverse jumped out there. So it still kind of seems like this person's taking their sweet ass time. Not really making a move, not doing a whole lot. If they have a decision they need to make, they got their thumb up their ass. Ooh, you know what? I'm thinking you're probably going to ditch this person and end up jumping in with somebody totally different. I think so. And the reason why I say that is because we have 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands down here. But I don't think this is the person that you're interested in. And the reason why I don't think that is because the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are reversed. And so is the Knight of Wands. This right here feels like a totally different person. It feels to me like you are slamming the door shut on this situation and just jumping in with somebody else. And it looks like a pretty smart move, to be honest with you. Looks like a pretty damn smart move, because whoever this is that you're interested in, it just does not look like they're not showing any interest. Now, we'll see how they feel about you here in a minute, but it doesn't look like they're very interested. Not really. Could be a Taurus for some of you. Okay, whatever. Let's see how they feel about you. How's this person feel about Cancer? Person that you're interested in. By the way, this is not the person you have past history with. We'll get to that person in a minute. How's this person feel about you? How do they really see you? Knight of Cups reversed again. But the Page of Cups is in the upright. Kind of feels to me like you're dealing with a wishy-washy, flaky ass fucking person that doesn't know what they want. I also think that this person is a codependent too. I think so. You know, one of the things that most codependent people do, well, there's a few things that a codependent person will do. One thing that they'll do is they'll jump in to the quickest, fastest, easiest, most convenient relationship. Even if that person is a piece of shit. And most of the time, a true codependent will normally pick the relationship that's the worst match for them. I'll give you an example. Let's say the codependent has two people to choose from, you and somebody else. The other person they have to choose from just lives right down the street from them, unemployed, alcoholic, drug addict, living at home with mom, has nothing going on, right? And then there's you live all the way across town, you got a good ass job. Maybe you got to work 50, 60 hours a week, but you bringing home bank. You got a nice new car, you're goal oriented, you're ambitious, you have goals for the future. Well, that's a pain in the ass though. You work all the time and you live all the way over on the other side of town. There's this other person that lives right down the street. I need a relationship. I have a lonely, empty void that's in my heart. I'm going to jump in with this person down here so they can fill the void in my heart quicker, right? So this person might have more than one person to choose from. I think they do have an interest in you, but whatever blockage is in between the two of you, they don't really want to put forth the work to overcome that. I'm honestly kind of feeling like they want to keep their options open too. They just want the quickest, fastest, easiest, most convenient relationship. And for some of you, this person isn't doing very good financially. Actually, both codependency cards come out in this person's energy. Both of them. Both of them. I just don't think this person knows what in the hell they want. Not for real. Not for real, for real. Well, we pretty much got the outcome in the first spread. I think you're going to be end up getting with somebody totally different. Let's see what the advice is. Isn't this the same message that came out for y'all on the main monthly? Okay, the Emperor. Hey, look. Don't try to control what you don't have control of. There are certain things in life that you have no control of. How a person sees you, how a person feels about you, and whether or not they are trustworthy. You can't control that. You can't control that. And I'm pretty sure it was you that I gave this advice to. You have to understand, if a person can literally look at you and actually see the value of what you bring to the table and be stupid enough to go pick somebody else, if they're that dumb, maybe the two of you wouldn't even make a good team anyways. This right here, though, is telling me to tell you, don't put your life on hold waiting for this person. Because there's somebody out there that does see your value. And I promise you, if you can hold out and not try to be so pushy and persistent, the universe is going to bring somebody into your life that'll make you look at this person and laugh. You just got to trust the universe, man. Sometimes, as hard as it is, and trust me, I know it's hard, you got to trust that shit is happening the way it's supposed to for a reason. I know it's hard. I'm still working on that to this day. We all are. Let's look at the next person due to come in, though. Let's see. Who is the next person due to come in for the Cancerian Collective? Bam. Bam, dude. The next person due to come in is yo person, bruh. Yo person. But, yep, you're being tested before that person can show up. Yep, you are absolutely going to be tested first. So you're going through a series of tests before this person can show up. And whoever this is that you have your eye on right now, I think is just one of those tests. Now, how many times will you be tested? I don't know. It depends. It depends on how many lessons you needed to learn from your past. It just depends on a whole bunch of different things. But it's not uncommon at all. Actually, when I think about it, of all the people that I know who are actually with their person, all but like one or two of them was tested over and over and over and over and over. Do y'all remember? I don't remember if I told you all this or not, but you know how a few weeks ago I opened up that little trial run of coaching calls? Remember that? And I just had it open for a few days. Well, something really interesting happened during that little trial run. Like 80% of the clients that I had for those coaching calls all said the same thing. What am I doing wrong? I keep meeting person after person after person after person, and for some reason, I just can't find anybody that clicks with me. So I'm turning relationships down left and right and left and right. What am I doing wrong? And I'm like, dude, you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong. The quicker you can identify who is not for you, the quicker the universe can bring you your actual person. And most of the time, you know when it happens? When you completely give up on it. When you give up on it, you throw your hands in the air and you say, all right, fine, fuck it. I guess I ain't got no person out there then. That's when it happens. And I know you've heard a lot of people say that. And that's not a coincidence. That's not a theory. There's quantum physics behind how and why that happens that way. Oh, yes, there is. You know, one of the things that I find so funny is if you was to come to me for a personal reading, all right, imagine you got a reading from me, and I told you, ain't nobody out there for you. You're going to be alone for the rest of your life. And you believed that. You believed it with all your heart. You would meet your person in less than a year. Promise you that. Promise you that. That is the best way that I can think to describe how to equalize the frequency of true love, happiness, and abundance. Because if you honestly believed with your whole fucking heart that your person is not out there and that it's up to you to make sure that you're happy for the rest of your life, dude, something inside of you would subconsciously snap. That void in your heart would start filling itself. And you'd be matching the frequency of happiness like that. Damn, it's really up to me then, isn't it? Nobody's coming to save me. Nobody's coming to make me happy. Nobody is coming to fulfill me. It's all up to me. You'd figure it out real quick. Make sense? Well, okay, so I didn't really expect that. I didn't really expect that. Damn, how am I going to read that? I guess let's just get the advice. Fuck it. Let's just get some advice. Let's get some advice. Don't be afraid to abandon a connection that doesn't feel right. But don't just run away as soon as something feels funny. The way I always like to look at it is the first month. Now, this is assuming that the two of you are talking, connecting, and seeing each other daily. For the first month, the two of you want to establish that vibrational connection where we communicate so clearly that there's no confusion. You ain't confused about how I feel about you, and I ain't confused with how you feel about me. After that first month, if there is any vibrational wires that are crossed between the two of us and there's any confusion, we got to nip this shit in the bud the second month, all right? Don't be afraid to make your concerns known. Don't be afraid to let it be known that, yo, hey, we're not really connecting at the deepest level. I'm not really sure where I stand with you. Sometimes you kind of act a little bit weird, and sometimes you're sending me mixed signals. You're hot and cold and on and off and in and out, and it's hard sometimes for me to tell exactly where I stand with you. Don't be afraid to let that be known. And if you're dealing with somebody that's just beating around the bush, beating around the bush, not putting forth any effort to alleviate your concerns, don't be afraid to step away from a connection. Don't be afraid to do that. That's your person right there. And I promise you, it happens when you least expect it. Promise you that. All right, let's go ahead and look at the person from the past. Did timelines change between Cancer and the person from the past? Did timelines change? Four of Cups reversed. Ooh, some of y'all dealt with an emotional manipulator in the past. Well, yep, and I knew this was going to come out as soon as I saw the Four of Cups reversed. So, you know you and this person completed a karmic cycle, right? You all cleared your karma. So this was a past life karmic contract, and the two of you cleared it like you were supposed to. You might end up very briefly reconnecting with this person, though, with the Two of Cups. See, right now, they're just out there frantically trying to find somebody new. That's all they're worried about right now. And I'm kind of feeling like y'all might end up maybe like running into this person somewhere, or, you know, that maybe they'll reach out and communicate. But I think there will be a very brief reconnection between the two of you. And it doesn't look like it's a very fun reconnection. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm thinking there will be communication. There will be communication, but Devil card, King of Cups reversed. For those of you wondering whether or not this person has changed, most people never change, first of all. But no, they have not. This could be a Capricorn for some of you. Okay. Okay. That's all I'm getting out of this right here. That is all I'm getting out of this. For those of you wondering whether or not this person has moved on and they're happy, no, absolutely not. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Be careful with this. Be careful with this. This looks like it's about to turn into some drama that you don't want to be a part of. Let me see how this person feels about you. There's a bunch of puzzle pieces missing here that are kind of confusing. Something's not really making a lot of sense here. How does the person from the past feel about Cancer? Ah, see, they still in love with you, of course. Of course. What are their intentions? What do they want with you? What's their energy look like? For those of you wondering if this person was taking advantage of you, yes. If you're not wondering that, then don't worry about that. They do feel a strong sense of unfinished business. They still feel karmically tied to you. Even though the two of you already cleared your karma together, they still feel karmically tied to you for some reason. They have not all the way moved on from this, and they don't want to see you move on. They feel real strong sense of unfinished business. They have so many unanswered questions. But here's the thing. I don't think that they really want to be with you. They just don't want to see you move on and do better. They don't want to see you get with anybody else, but they don't want to be with you. If that makes any sense. Lover's card reversed. So this person still kind of has this weird, how am I going to describe this? I don't think I've ever seen this come through before. They still want to be able to control and manipulate you, but they don't want to be with you. Does that make any sense? I know it probably don't make no sense, but they still want to be in control of you. They want to be able to manipulate you. They want to be able to dictate what goes on in your life, but they don't want to be with you. Some of you just seriously dealt with a fucking controlling ass psycho. Could be an Aries for some of you. Also have Gemini, Scorpio, could be a fellow Cancer. Also got Leo here. Wow, okay. Well, let's see the definite outcome of this situation. What is the absolute definite outcome of this situation? Okay, Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think that the reason this person is coming forward is because they're not able to replace you successfully. They're not doing all that great at finding somebody else that'll put up with their bullshit. But you putting your foot down on this shit, ain't you? You are putting your foot down. I do think that there will be communication, though, like I said. But you're putting your foot down, you're putting your walls up, and you're setting boundaries. Wow, good. I didn't expect that. Because you already know that this would more than likely just turn into a bunch of drama and heartache. You already know. Especially those of you who have already been on and off with this person. So, possible communication, brief reconnection, but your walls are sky high and you're setting boundaries. So, maybe it won't really work. Maybe they're going to try to bring some drama into your life, try to have some sort of emotional control over you, manipulating you and twisting you and bending you the way they want, but it ain't working because you ain't letting them in like that. Okay, well, that's good. I honestly didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. All right, well, let's get the advice then. What is the advice? Actually, let's do this deck. What's the advice? So listen to your intuition. Don't try to judge this person based on their actions. Don't do that. You already know that this person is full of shit. You already know. They're playing mind games with you. They're going to try to gaslight you. And like I said, this could just end up turning into a bunch of drama that you don't even want to be a part of. Some of you need to close this cycle out, though, because you still feel this person's vibrational weight weighing you down. And for some of you, you need to untie from this first before you can attract your person. But now, for the very most part, don't let this person gaslight you. Okay? Don't let them get no reaction out of you. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation with this person. But the minute they say that thing that is designed, to be a jab or a backhanded compliment or, one of those little things that's designed to creep up under your subconscious and start pissing you off. Ghost. They know what they're doing. They already know what they're doing. And you got to set those firm boundaries because you have to let this person know that they have no more emotional control over you. A seriously sick, twisted, toxic person will do anything that they can to get a reaction out of you. Because if they can get a reaction out of you, that means that you care. That means you care. Nothing pisses off a toxic person more than being ignored. Being ignored. You know why? Because that shows that you don't care. They don't care if you hate them. They don't care if you're mad at them. They don't care if you're holding a grudge against them. Because guess what? That means you still care. If you ain't even mad, you ain't holding no grudge, and you're just ignoring them, you're not reacting to anything that they're saying, you're not reacting to anything that they're doing, that means you just straight up don't give a flying fuck. And that scares the shit out of a toxic manipulator. Scares the shit out of them. But you have to be more stubborn than they are. You have to be more stubborn and willing to be silent than they are at their persistent attempts to try to get a reaction out of you. So I would say proceed with caution, but don't be afraid to go ghost on them. The minute they say something disrespectful, the minute they give that backhanded compliment, just pull back and ghost. Just pull back and ghost. Let them know they have no control over you, okay? All right, well, I do feel like those were the messages that the Cancerian Collective needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And don't forget, tomorrow, June 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're doing another round of the $22.22 live mini readings. So we read all the pre-orders first, okay? So if you don't want to wait until the end of it, get your pre-order in first, because if you wait until we're live, then we're doing those at the end, the ones that come in while we're live. So all the information is down there in the description of this video, and I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.